Good morning, everyone. I am barely on time today. In fact, I'm not actually even properly dressed because I have a dress on, but that's because I left my new denim skirt down here because I still have some stuff. Oh, I've just had an email back on live. So I just had an email. No, I've said that. I left this down here because I've still got to film some bits and pieces for it. So I got dressed half in my room and half down here. Claire's here. Good morning, Shan and Peeps. Hope you're all well this morning. Very well, thank you. How are you? So I didn't sleep very well last night, so I woke up much later than I intended, and then saw what the time was, and then have been in a mad rush ever since. So I am getting dressed on stream, although I did have a dress on to start with, so it wasn't like I'm half naked or anything. Why have I put so many buttons in this? 2 secs. There we go. And because it's me built, I really do want to get one of those little kind of schoolgirl tie type things. I don't know what to search for though, because they're called a number of different things on a number of different websites, or that I've seen. But yeah, I just think a little tie on this would look nice. Oh, I've painted my nails really dark red yesterday as well. They're all really short again. I broke more. I really ought to go and get gels put on the top because I do think they'd last longer. So yes. Now I did say that we were going to be doing patch placement today, and we might still do that, but I was thinking about it last night, and I really want to go through the 4 fabric cubes at the end because there is a lot of stuff in there that I don't think I'm going to use, and I think I need to kind of clear it out because there's some stuff in there that I will use, but there's some stuff in there that I just know that I just well, I don't know, it's also gotten a little bit out of order color wise, and the quilting cottons have got mixed in with the poplins and stuff. So yeah, my little internal brain is just like must sort, must organize. So we might end up doing that today. So yes, Nimro's here. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Olivia says, morning, Sean and Peeps from Iowa. Good morning. So Felicia says, hello, Peeps. Hope you've all had a lovely weekend. Very good, thank you. How's yours been? I've got one eyelash that's making a bit of freedom again. Caroline says, morning all. Good morning. Trusting UK is here. Hello. Olivia says, 5:01 here in Iowa. Time change. Ooh, that's still early. Kathleen says, good morning from Illinois. Time change, so I'm actually up to see the beginning. Good morning. Rotten Rouse says, morning, Peeps. Good morning. Linnea's here. Hi, I'm on 2 units today, so I'm cheating with your statistic. Awesome. Thank you. So there's actually 43 here because 42 of them are Linnea. Susan says, morning all. Good morning. Nimue says, fabric fondling. I didn't think you'd mind. Chris says, good day from Adelaide. Good evening. Rotten Ralph says, time change. Did that happen? Yes, us last weekend. You America this weekend, apparently. Or some. Do you all change at the same? Because I know you've got lots of different time zones. We have one. We're teeny tiny. So yeah. Tristan says, good morning, everyone. Does the whole world do the time change? I have been up for a couple of hours. I think I set the clock wrong. Excuse me. We did ours last weekend. So we've been on GMT for 2 weeks now. I didn't bring I brought my hot chocolate. Dad bought the unhomogenized full fat milk that Mum uses to make her kefir, and he bought me an extra bottle for my hot chocolates. I went to open it up and pour it out this morning, and there was a thick layer of cream at the top, so it wouldn't pour. So I had to like break into it. So there's a lot of cream in my hot chocolate. Yeah, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. So yeah, I didn't think you guys would mind fabric fondling too much, and just this is the first time I've really seen what this outfit's going to look like, and I like it. I like it a lot. This is the 9077 dress, Hortensia cardigan, 9345 skirt. So yeah. Had an email to say I've gone live. I've said that 3 times now. So yes. Nimoy says, it's almost ridiculous how much I'm looking forward to sitting down with my parents for a meal later. Second day testing negative means isolation is finally over. Oh, yay, I'm so pleased for you, Nimoy. Linnea says, last weekend for Sweden too. Tristan says, I was on at 3 a.m. thinking it was 5. Nobody else was waiting to join you yet. Oh. Olivia says, Nimbus, that's great news. Oh, Nimoy, that's great news. Kathleen says, there are some area east of me that in Indiana that don't do a time change. Interesting. Yeah, because I know there's a couple of time zones in America, obviously. So Felicia says, I made a lanai wireless bra muslin this weekend and shared a pic in the group. Didn't have all the right elastics, but it worked out. Ah, awesome. I shall have a look. And Olivia says, Nimaway, not Nimbus. Nimbus clouds. Yes. Kind of want to sit down now, but I've set you up for talking to you standing up. Maybe I'll sit down for a little bit. Might need to go and get a drink in a second as well, because I have not bought a soft drink with me. Move you around. Okay, sewing machine is away at the moment, so that's better. Caroline says, wedding was fantastic. Bride really happy with her gown. Oh, awesome. That's so cool, Caroline. And I'm so glad that it was a nice time for you all. You are a little bit far tipped down, aren't you? I'll tip you back a bit. Maverick60 says, morning everyone from a very wet Kent. Good morning. It's mizzling outside. It's not wet. But yeah, it's not very pleasant. The birdies are here though. Hello, little chap. No, goldfinches. Hello, little goldfinches. Elena says, good morning. Lovely Sean and Peeps. Good morning. Rotten Ralph says, wearing shirt dresses as shirts is a lovely way to lay it in the colder weather. Yes. The last couple of videos I've put up, Lauren Seaside Mum has been egging me on to buy more of the corduroy, because she's like, yeah, it's insulating. Tell the whiff it's actually just like, you know, money saving device because of not having to turn the heating up. My phone is vibrating. Olivia says, yes, sit down and drink your hot chocolate with us. Yes. This is I've run out of the Black Forest Gatto one, and they were doing an offer because there's it's free postage for the membership for the Velvetizer Club, so you don't pay for the postage for your monthly order, but if you order anything you do. And I took advantage of that because they were like, yeah, you can add stuff to your order. So I added a pouch of the mince pie hot chocolate, and it's nice, but it's not my favorite. But I've only got about 2 or 3 left in the pouch, and then my Black Forest Gatto one should be here soon, so that's good. Nimoy says, the weather is much nicer here than the forecast. If this holds, I might go for a walk later. Ooh, nice. Very nice. Very nice. Catherine says, good morning all. We have coffee, we have water, we have hand sewing. Nice. Caroline says, I have 5 meters of their Renaissance in khaki. I'm really tempted. I want the burgundy colored one as well. Rachel's here. Morning all. First time I've managed to join in 4 weeks. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. I went shopping for your advent calendar yesterday. I got all of the stuff. I'm so excited about it. It's going to be the weirdest advent calendar you've ever had, but I'm so excited about it. The guy in the shop was just like, this is an advent calendar? I was like, yep. He's like, okay. Yeah. Mum and I had fun though, picking out the stuff. Yeah, I've got to wrap yours up now. I'm waiting for the wrapping paper, and then I'm going to send it in an Amazon box. I was gonna try and find a really fancy box for you for your sewing room to use afterwards, but I don't think it's going to fit into one of the fancy boxes, so it's just going to come in an Amazon box. Olivia says 46 degrees, 8 degrees centigrade here in Iowa this morning. Nimmo says hi to Rachel. Debbie says, morning peeps, having a lazy day, still in bed. Nice. Rachel says, ooh, exciting. I'd better finish yours. And hi to Nimmo. Now you're talking about the temperature. I haven't turned the radiator up. It is currently 18 degrees in here, but I don't feel cold, which is nice. But I am going to put the radiator up because if I'm sitting still, it will get chilly. This, like I said, this is mince pie, or supposed to be mince pie hot chocolate, but it tastes more like Christmas pudding. And I'm not a huge fan of Christmas pudding. Well, I'm not a fan at all of Christmas pudding. So it's kind of that. It's nice. It's nice, but it is one of those ones where it's just like, I'd prefer the Black Forest Ghetto one. Eliza says, good morning. Good morning. You guys will really seem to like the 5 pieces that I've made from the one pattern. I'm very much looking forward to making that video. I've got a little bit of B-roll to film for it, and then I've got to try and work out how I'm going to put it together so that it doesn't end up being 2 hours long. Because if I talk you through in detail all of the pattern changes that I've made, then it's going to end up being really, really long. But I think if I just do, because like adding a waistband is just drawing rectangles, measuring and drawing rectangles, so that shouldn't take long. Adding the cuffs and the continuous lap, I can give you the measurements for the cuff and then link you to the continuous lap video so that you can, because again, I mean, I didn't film much of the sewing of these things. So yeah, and then the pinafore dress is just taking off the revere and drafting a facing for the back neckline, which I have filmed. The one that I'm a bit worried about is the shirt, because I am totally winging it and no idea of what I've done is correct. I mean, these shirts fit much better. There is no wearing ease in them, but they do fit and do up over my top of my high hip. So there's something. That's a improvement on the last one. But yeah, I'm kind of, yeah, I'm kind of thinking that I need to maybe do that in miniature, because I did film my process of doing it on the big pieces, but trying to keep it all in shot was a bit difficult. So I'm thinking about maybe doing it in a smaller size, like I did with the adding fullness to a skirt and then panels for the 7319. So yeah. Eliza's here, good morning. So Felicia says, hope you're feeling better, Shan. The pain is still pretty bad, but it's not at the levels it was last week, so that's nice. Rotten Ralph says, it's currently 21 here in Central Florida, and I went to an art festival yesterday and I'm exhausted today. Exhausted. I'm exhausted. I was like, I am what? Linnea says, hoping the mildew weather is continuing. We have installed a fireplace and it's nice to use that instead of turning the heating up so much. Mild, not mildew. I was like, oh, mildew weather, that's very specific. Yes, Dad's been putting on the fire in the front room. It's been very nice. Rachel says it's 8 degrees up here. Just been out for a chilly walk with Piper. Yeah, I don't know what it is outside, but it was 18 in here, which was not too unpleasant. So yeah. Pink Doodleful says, hello, I'm new here, but a subscriber. Hello, welcome. Rotten Ralph says, welcome to Pink Doodleful. I think I'm saying that right. Jane's here. Morning all. Just got back from rather wet cycle ride. Nice to dry clothes in a warm, with a warm drink on the sofa. Nice. Fox 3D is here. Hello, everybody. Good morning. Good morning. Hello. I'm going to sit down, drink this, and then we're going to reorganize the quilting cotton section. And then I was looking at it just now when I was talking about it earlier, and I was like, oh, but that one's so pretty. I can't give that one up. I think we may need to be a little bit brutal. But I do have some dresses that work really well in quilting cottons. So I'm thinking maybe I ought to do what I know works in those dresses. The Vogue one with the square neckline, I really need to retrace that bodice again, because the ones that I made last year and then altered this year, they're not right. I think I'm going to end up taking the bodices off of those ones and turning them into skirts. So yeah. Wendy says, hi Sean, enjoyed the trip to the Goldhawk so much to sew not enough time. I'm sorry, my brain is being very slow. But yeah, I'm missing the Goldhawk Road. I really am. I want to go back. So thinking the end of February. Kathleen says, you need to look into making the Vogue 1845 pleated blouse. It would emphasize your small waist. I feel very piratey. I think I know the one that you mean, and I have that pattern. It doesn't have any lengthen and shorten lines in it as well. Let me just have a look. Vogue 1845. Did I get that number right? Yes, I did. Yes. Yes, no, I do need to make that blouse because it is absolutely awesome. I very much like it. Yeah, very, very much like that. Very much like it indeed. Sorry, mesmerized by the pirateness. So Colette says, morning Sean, morning Peeps, hello from chilly France. Good morning. Kathleen says, when I wear she feels very piratey when she wears one of those blouses. Eliza says, I would love to see the patterns that work well with quilting cotton as you go through the fabric. Ooh, pattern fabric matching is always fun. Okay. Jane says, I just got the Monarch Lady McElroy print on navy. I pre-ordered months ago. So pretty. They have got some new prints coming out on Monday. They've got some new colorways of old prints on the website at the moment. The new peacock print is out. If Big Bird's watching this, she's going to need some. I'm going to need some too, to be honest. But yeah, tomorrow there's new colorways and brand new prints coming out as well. I'm really liking the Polaroid ones. There's the Chicago and somewhere else. I can't remember where else was. Surprisingly, I don't usually like the really graphic ones like that, but I really like those two. Miami snapshots and Chicago Polaroids. I'm liking both of those. I'm seeing them more as like shirts, but I'm kind of obviously getting very into shirts at the moment. Ron Ralph says, I have a huge collection of Tula Pink quilting cotton from Alice in Wonderland collection. And I'm just looking at them instead of making things. It's a thing. Oh yeah, I have Tula Pink in my bag making stash. And I'm just like, oh, I don't want to make the wrong thing with it. Rachel says, I honestly can't buy any more fabrics. I'm drowning. I mean, I could come and help with that. I have space in my cubes. I could store them for you. Jane says, don't tell me that. Just ordered some fabric from Fabric Godmother this morning. Sorry. Not sorry. So Colette says, I'm going to attempt to make a pirate shirt today. Going to use Bianca from the Closet Historian's pattern. Wish me luck. That will be very cool. Like I say, this mince pie one is not my favorite, but it's still damn good. And it's basically been made with half cream, half milk because of the milk that Dad's bought me for this. So tasty. Yum. Yum, yum, yum. So I've been getting a couple of people saying for the refashion of the sleeves that I should just cut a sliver for the sleeve and sew it in. And that is something that I thought about, but I don't think it would be actually as easy as doing the other thing, which might sound daft, but I do think making a whole sleeve and sewing it down is going to be easier than trying to patch what went wrong. So yeah. Carol says, I hope you are well. Thought I'd join you for a while. I'm too drowning in fabric. I have so much. I will die before I use it all up. That's totally fine. She who dies with the most fabric wins. That's a meme, right? Anna's here. Hiya. How are you all? Very well, thank you, Anna. How are you? Nimue says, I'm itching to get to the By Hand London Marie shirt, but I have other things to sew first because they are gifts or more needed for everyday use. Yeah, I can feel you on that one. I am not making any gifts this year. I spoke to my bestie friend last night and we have agreed to send each other cards and cards only. Sister-in-law has already had her present. James has had his present. Mum made it for me, so that was awesome. So I know what I'm getting Dad. I have no idea what I'm going to get Mum. So that's, you know, no idea what I'm going to get Mum. But yeah, I've decided I'm not making any Christmas presents this year. So that's awesome. Kathleen says, can't you just sew up the sleeves? No, because the sleeve, you'll see it more when I do the refashion video because I'll lay the pattern pieces on top of each other, but the sleeve actually goes out like that. And if I sewed it together, it wouldn't look good. It would pucker. So it needs something underneath of it. So either a patch like people were saying, but I'm not sure how easy that would be to do and if I could do it well enough and finish it in a way that I like, or just make the entire sleeve and stitch it to that, which I think is probably going to be the one that I go for. Actually added layer of warmth as well. So yeah. Rachel says, hi Anna, thank you so much for my beautiful card. Oh. Rachel Lynn says, if you make the whole sleeve, then you have the pattern for the next one. Oh, and good morning. Yes, this is true. I mean, I'm going to remake the pattern for the sleeve anyway, because I'm never going to make those sleeves again as is. And I like the sleeve shape. I just don't like the opening in it. So I want to make the dress again because it's a nice dress, but yeah. Rachel says, so I haven't been on Sherwood's site for ages and just looked. Whoops. Whoops. Yeah, I keep getting like text messages from the sales manager saying, have you seen the new stuff that's come out? And it's like, stop it. He's like, no, I shan't. And he's sending me pictures of it. And it's like, oh, it's so beautiful. I need all of it. Oh, yeah. Seriously, Rachel, though, I think if the two of us moved into their warehouse, like set up a sewing machine in a corner, they'd never notice. They really wouldn't. Anna says to Rachel, wondered if your card had arrived. All okay. Hope you had a wonderful day. Rachel says, but I do know they are doing another 50% off near Christmas. Yeah. I'm trying to be good and wait for one of their mega sales because I want so much. Which I don't need so much. I need to be more selective. That is for sure. I do need to be more selective. But they keep bringing out pretty prints and I need them. I need them. Kathleen says, who has the Chicago Polaroid fabric? Sherwood's or Lady McElroy? Rachel says, and thank you for my fabric, Sean. I wondered if it had gotten lost. Oh, I'm so glad it arrived, Rachel. I'm so sorry it took me so long to get to you. It was one of those ones where it's like, oh, it's a summery fabric. She's not going to need it immediately. But also, I have literally become a hermit. I don't think you're on the Patreon Peeps anymore, but I've been doing like dating disaster and horror stories, and I've ended up with a bit of a stalker situation. And so now I really don't leave the house very often at all, because it's a little bit yeah. So yeah, I'm very glad that you got your fabric. Dad sent it for me. He took it to the post office for me, which is very kind of him. Rock Ralph says, I think we're all just fabric dragons. Our pretty fabric. Yes. Yes, there's that artist that does dragons and their hoards, like their random hoards. One of them has VHS tapes and stuff. And yeah, we're all dragons with our fabric hoards. Catherine says, I'm going to try not to buy any more fabric until I've made up everything that's been cut out. That includes most ridiculous coat, as well as now cut out that purple velvet. Nice. Rachel says, ooh, wouldn't that be amazing? We should suggest that to them. What's that, Rachel? Fabric with dragons on it. I may have already done that. I may have sent them artwork. I have a meeting with them at the beginning of December. We'll see. So Felicia says, I hope you all have a great week. Unfortunately, it's late here in Sydney and need to sleep. We'll have to catch up later. Thank you for joining us, and it was very nice to see you. Nimue says, I think I need to add sewing up at least one of my Lady McElroy fabrics to next year's list. Yes, definitely. They I need to mention it in a waffle as well, but they're having issues with the sample pack because of the price of the sample pack. It won't go into the price of sample, their actual sample shipping that they do, because of the price of it. It's done on price point. So it's trying to charge, I think somebody mentioned that they were going to order one and have it sent to Australia, but it was trying to charge them £26 for shipping, which is obviously too much, and they acknowledge that. So they said at the moment that if you buy it, they'll refund you the shipping, but they're currently getting their IT people to create a new category so that because they can't put it in the sample one, because then people would be able to order fabric at the sample shipping rate, if that makes sense. So they're creating a whole new category for it, I believe, so that it will have its own correct shipping price attached to it when you add it to your basket. But I need to put that in a waffle as well, don't I? So Felicia says, don't forget to like the stream, peeps. Yes, there's 102 of us and 30 likes. Pinky Doodleful says, are any UK peeps going to Harrogate for the knitting and stitching show? Not me, it's too far. Natalie says, morning all. I was confused when the kitchen clocks said it was 7 a.m. lol. Only my phone remembered the time change. Rachel says, I'm going on the 19th, and it was in response to going to Lady McElroy and sewing up all their fabrics together. Yes. Oh, you're going on the 19th. Ah, so exciting. Is it Raymond that's got your appointment? Do you know? Because he will let you into the warehouse if you ask nicely and ask to see the silk, because that's upstairs. But yeah. Oh, I'm so jealous. So jealous. Anna says, I should be going to the Harrogate show. Ooh, nice. Very nice. Right. So, oh, hello. You're loud. Why are you being so loud? Be quiet. Shh, be quiet. I have got you plugged in, haven't I? And you have got power. Yes, you have got power. Let's play with some fabric. And if we're still standing afterwards, then I will go and get that amused me more than it should have done. If I'm still standing after we've sorted out the fabric, I'll go and get one of my made up Sorrentos so that we can have a look at placement of patches, because I've got an idea in my head of what's going on, and I was kind of hoping to have like the front panels, the back panel sewn up so that we could play around with putting things on them during this hangout. That was the plan. But yesterday was spent editing all of the things. I got 4 videos edited yesterday, 3 of which were for Patreon, 1 for the channel that went up on the channel. So yeah, lots of editing, so much editing. Rachel says, Sean, what are the Lena linings like? Have you tried it? You've tried it yourself. It is the Lena crepe. It's the polyester Lena crepe. And I was talking to Raymond about it because we were chatting away and he was just like, people don't really like polyester. And I said, I mean, to be honest, I don't like wearing it next to my skin, but I do use it for lining my stuff. And he was like, oh, okay. So they've rebranded it as Lena linings. So it's literally the Lena crepe that you know and love, but at a lower price point. And I have used it to line my Sorrentos. I lent them my Sorrento, and it was at the knitting and stitching show in Ali Pali. I don't know if they put it out or not. I was watching everyone's videos and I was trying to see on the Lady McElroy stand if you could see my jacket. It's like the brown tan wool one. But yeah, the Lena linings are the polyester crepe, Lena crepe that they used to sell at the higher price point. So if you like it as clothing fabric, then yeah. But it's one of those ones that's slippery enough for like the body of a coat or a jacket or a waistcoat, but I would still use something slipperier like the Lotus acetate lining for the sleeves of a coat, because the Lena lining isn't quite slippery enough for the sleeves, but it looks amazing for lining coats. So yeah. Olivia says, your ironing board bouncing amused me also. I'm glad it wasn't just me that was amused by that. It just made me giggle and I have no idea why. But yeah, so yeah, these those 4 cubes there are really out of order. There's quilting cottons with poplins and all sorts. There's wool in there. There's I need to rearrange because it's hurting my little heart because it's not organized. And so yeah, I need to go through it. And to be fair, looking at it now, I was thinking, yeah, I'm going to destash. I'm going to destash a bunch of it. Am I buggery? I'm not going to destash any of it. I'm going to keep the lot. Oh dear. Conchetta says, good morning. Good morning. Kathleen says, your dear ironing board needs a new cover. It needs to be cleaned. We have 2 of these ironing covers and it needs to go in the wash. Yes. It does need to go in the wash. It's got interfacing particles stuck to it. So yes, you are correct. We do need to clean that. We do need to clean that. Conchetta says, hope everyone is well. Very well, thank you. How are you? And Natalie says, sort it, show us. Yes, I will. Don't worry. Fabric fondling. Fabric fondling coming right up. Okay, so get that out now, do I do them one at a time or? And also, like I say, there's stuff in that one down there. Actually, no, that one's pretty good. The only thing down there is there's a quilt cover, but it's a really fancy, expensive one from Harrods. So actually, that box is pretty good. That's all the linens and heavier weight fabrics there. So that's cotton cotton. That's a mixture. That one's the one that's bugging me the most. Ooh, I need to move my Darlie Dale as well. You're in the wrong place. The denim I got from Lady McElroy. I think I want to do something like this skirt with this denim if I have enough of it. I've got 2 meters. because I really don't want to break up that print. I was thinking a Sorrento jacket, but again, how many Sorrento jackets does one person need? And there's lots of little panels in that. And I was thinking this, because there's only 4 panels in this skirt, I was thinking this might look quite good. But this needs to go in with the other trouser or bottom weight fabrics because it was currently in with the tops, and it's not going to be a top. Here we go. Ooh, that looks really nice with the Anaconda Antithesis collection. Maybe it needs to go in with that. It's in. Eat. Conchetta says, is today patch day? I just started watching Stargate. I missed the first time around. Ooh, nice. Patch day, yes, although I completely forgot to bring down a Sorrento with me, and I decided I wanted to play with my quilting cottons and reorganize those instead. So patches later, fabric fondling first. Natalie says, sorry, my stash is literally 5 pieces of fabric, so I get my fabric joy where I can. I'm glad I can help. Kathleen says, do you sort your fabric by content or collection? Content and then colour, kinda. Although given how many prints I have, it's kind of a bit riotous, but I love that. Nimue says, the print would look lovely as a skirt. Yeah. Rachel then says, do you watch Martika J Makes? She has a So Blue challenge that fits everything you're doing this month. Ooh, I haven't. I shall have to have a look. Olivia says, this Christmas is going to be a lot more homemade, cooking and baking along with sewing. I'm currently working on a cloak for my daughter. Her and her family do Ren Fair. Ooh, nice. Cool. Very cool. Jane says, love the marble denim as a skirt. Any small leftovers would be lovely mixed with denim for a Sorrento. Ooh, yeah, that's a good plan. That's a very good plan. Sorry, my phone is going nuts. Tina's saying, do we know where we could find a pattern similar to this one, please? There's the Daria Patterns Million Buttons dress that reminds me of this. Also the 7974. But yeah, what do you guys think? Anything? Let's see what. Oh, there's 5 comments. So over it. 7974, and then Daria Patterns with an N, Million Button dress. I think I have that name right. Sorry, I need to turn the sound down on this so I can't. It doesn't distract me whilst I'm doing this. Jane says, yeah, I've read that one already, haven't I? Sorry. Now, do I get all the things out? I think I do because the colours are out of whack as well, and that bugs me. It's that middle one that's the worst offender. Because there isn't very much quilting cotton in here at all. In fact, ooh, I've forgotten about that one. Yeah, none of this is really quilting cotton. That's all cotton poplins and things. So that's quilting cotton and that's quilting cotton. So I need to reorganize those. There we go. And then it says the dress from your plans just need different sleeves. Yeah, the 7974 was the one that really stood out to me for that. But yeah, Daria, let's see if I can get a picture up of the Daria Patterns Million Buttons dress. think I have the name right. Probably don't. Yes, I do have the name right. It one. I haven't bought it yet because it's so similar to the 7974, but I do like it. I do like it a lot. Catherine says, I think there's a newish stylish pattern that would be similar to. She said she wasn't going to buy fabric. Starlark Bell. Ooh, cool. Thank you. Sue says, new look 6594 is similar to that dress, just need different sleeves. So you guys are a font of knowledge. Right, this first one I am going to destash. I think this was sent to me by Suki or Kay from Sunny Nunny, and it's really pretty, but it's not my colours, and somebody else will love this more. So I need to be strong. I need to be, yeah, that needs to be destashed. Now this one I do love. I really, really love that one. And I already have a dress in it as well. Caroline says, I love that floral. Oh, the one that I'm going to destash. I shall earmark it for you if you would like it. Kathleen says, my fabric wool is now stuffed. Was gifted loads of wool as 38 partial bolts from Home Deck. Have made 3 garments from the Home Deck. Newest, a Catherine Tilton jacket. I could post if you want. Yeah, please do share it in the Peeps group. We love to see. Olivia says, beautiful. Caroline says, yep, yes, please. And Natalie says, went to my local fabric land to buy buttons and saw they are hiring part-time salespeople. Should I apply? Worried I'd spend all my pay on fabric. I mean, you would. That's why I can't work in a fabric shop. I wouldn't make any money. There would be no money made whatsoever. I need to turn this over and do this the other way around. Oh gosh, who am I kidding? I'm not going to be able to give any of these away. We've got Lisa Chandler. It's very Christmassy, that one. That's an Alexander Henry. See, this, I think I really need to work on that 1473 dress, because those high neck dresses, I really like them as this shouldn't be in here. This is not cotton. This was from you, Rachel, I think, wasn't it? I think that was from Rachel. But yeah, that's not a quilting cotton, so that needs to be in that pile. This is gorgeous fabric that I have made into a dress that I've taken apart, and I'm going to try and cut out a shirt from it. So that's like a refashion project. I've got a couple of those that are in that box up there as well. This again is a refashion project. It is Alexander Henry fabric. This one I did buy at the Festival of Quilts, not the one that we just went to, one last year. I want to make a little shirt out of it. I think if I make the right shirts out of them, like the kind of sleeveless tie front shirts, then it won't, because quilting cottons are not great for sleeves. Like anything with quilting cottons, you want to do stuff with structure. So the big skirts and the fitted bodices that I like work really well for them. But a lot of these, I've only bought like 3 meters of it, and that's why I really loved the 1743. But I hate the darts on that thing, so I need to go through I need to make my blocks, and once I've made my block, I need to draft myself something similar to the 1743 pattern. So with the yoke at the top and the princess darts, or the princess seams with the Dior darts on them. And I like the high neck, and then I can wear them with cardigans over the top. So yeah, I think I just need to pick the right projects for these things. Right, let's do the greys. And then we've got the fabric that I said I'd swap with Miriam. Right, so we've got Lisa Chandler and Michael Miller. And I've got Michael Miller all over and then border print. Oh yeah, they're such pretty prints. I'm not going to get rid of any of these, am I? Luminaria says, good morning from Wisconsin. Hope everyone is well today. Very well, thank you. How are you? Yeah, I'm going to get rid of none of these. And I really like that this is called Bed of Roses, but they look like peonies to me. I really like that these are the same color as these ones, because it also came with pink, and I've made the pink ones up, and I still have some of the navy pink, but I've made the white pink one up. And I like that if I made separates, that these could go together. Am I going to make separates? Probably not. I'm probably going to make these all into dresses, to be honest. Now this one was a present from the very lovely Michelle, and I did say I would swap it with Miriam because she loved it so much. Now that I've got it out, I'm just like, oh, I don't know if I can part with it because it is really beautiful. I think I'm going to have to try and search for some so that, or maybe see, because I've got 5 meters here, so maybe I could send Miriam a couple of meters and I'll keep 3 meters for me to make one of my dresses. So yeah. Kathleen says jacket is posted. Awesome. Natalie says perhaps a separates challenge when it gets warm again. Yes, I think that's going to be a really good idea, because there are a lot of things that I'm not wearing at the moment that are separates, and I'm not wearing them because it's too chilly. So yeah. Yeah. I'm going to have to see if I can find some of this for Miriam, because I'm not sure I can give it up actually. Right. Okay. Now this one was a gift from Mary. Now I am going to keep this one. It's a border print. It's called Una's Garden. And it's really pretty. And she sent me 3, and I've made by hand London Anna out of one of them, the edible garden one with the yellowy fabrics, and it is gorgeous. And I'm thinking something similar from this one, but this next one I'm not sure what to do with it. It's beautiful, but it's like a panel like that, and I just don't know what to do with this one. We were talking about like a robe, like a really basic kind of caftan style but open front robe, so that the like I could cut the entire back panel out of the width of the fabric, as it were, because it's not one of those ones that you can really cut into, because I don't know. Olivia says, Shan, I've watched some other UK YouTube sewists and they shop at Poundland Fabrics. Have you ever shopped there? I have bought a few things from there. There's wearable muslin fodder. My sister-in-law shops there a lot, but not for a long time. My wearable muslin fodder shop used to be the Textile Centre, and now that they don't have their website anymore, they're only on YouTube, not YouTube, eBay. I tend to not look at them either as much, but that's not a bad thing because I really don't need very much more fabric. So yeah. Jackie says, good morning from Iowa. Good morning. Caroline says to Olivia, do you mean pound fabrics? I've bought from them. Olivia says, maybe it's pound fabrics and I'm just adding the land part. Sue says, I shop at pound fabrics too. They have lovely challis. Ooh, don't tell me that. Don't tell me that. Okay. Now this one, again, this was a really kind gift and it is really, really cute. But there's enough fabric here to make a dress with. And I was thinking I'm a course 6. But I think what I'm going to do is actually take a meter of this for myself and put it in my bag making stash, because I'm much more likely to use this as a lining for something and then pass on the rest of it, I think, because I would have worn a dress like this, but I don't think I will now. And it's so lovely. And like I say, it was a very kind gift. So I want to keep some of it for me and, like I say, bag lining. But I do think I need to pass this along to somebody else, because somebody else will use it. So yes, that one's going to go in the destash pile. And this one, I love this. I love this so much, but I want this on a viscose or a cotton lawn at the very least. It's a quilting cotton, and I just know I wouldn't be happy. Now I have got a lot of strawberry fabrics in my quilting stash that I've cut up into jelly rolls basically, and it might be a good idea to take some of this and put it into the quilting stash to use as either, and I'd have to piece it obviously, but use it as a backing for a quilt, for a strawberry quilt. So yeah, I'm going to keep that one, but it's going to go into the quilting stash. I have got a lot of this pink Alexander Henry, no, pink Michael Miller Fairy Frost, which is really cute, but if I made a dress in this, it would not look great on me. And there was a chat, Harriet was doing a challenge of like taking a photo from your childhood and remaking an outfit for it for your adult self. And I totally jumped on board with that. I want to do that. And my nana had made me a princess dress in pink, which was ruffles and lace and lots of trim on it and things like that. So I was going to make my grace dress out of this and then add some like kind of like broderie anglais kind of ribbon to it that you put ribbons through and things like that. So I was going to do that with it, but this pink on me I don't think is going to be a good idea. So I love Fairy Frost. Somebody's saying bag lining. Are you talking about this one or the previous one? I use Fairy Frost a lot for bag linings, but I have a lot of this fabric here. So I think, again, this is going to go in the quilting stash because I think that would be a better use of it. So I've just got this one left, and I do love this one. I'm keeping this one. I think I actually have one of those. I still have some of the bulk of one of those. Oh, it's the grey one. Yeah, I've still got yardage of the grey one. There's probably a good 3 meters on there. So this has not been washed. The ones in my stash have been washed. Right, so now I have got my blues, autumnal tones, and my geeky fabrics to go through. Should the geeky ones... No, they're more blue tones, so they can... Yeah, I know somebody sent me this moda. I think this was from Michelle as well. Let's see. Where did I get to? Jennifer says, hi from Australia. Good evening. Catherine says, cat photo uploaded. Oh dear. I've lost my phone. I've buried it somewhere. There's jackets and cats to admire. Oh dear. Oh, cat photo. Bramble. Oh, Bramble. Hello. Little black void. Oh, he's so cute. I'm sorry. Is it he or she? They are so cute. Little void cat. So cute. And where is the jacket? Where's the jacket? It's raining. Oh, there's the jacket. Yes, I did see that. That is absolutely gorgeous. I love it, Kathleen. I love that a lot. Nice. Very nice. Where did I get to? Christine says, good morning, everyone. Good morning. Rachel Lynn says, Whitney from Tomcat Stitchery made a new robe, cashmerette. I think it would be lovely in that fabric. You don't know what to make with. Oh, they do the Charlie caftan as well. That could be good. I would probably end up putting like I say, a slit up the front. But yeah, I think I want to keep them into the panels as big as possible because it's just such pretty fabric. And it would be very nice for the summer months to have a cotton robe. It's really raining. It's really, really raining. HSO says, ooh, fabric striking, just for fun or working to a goal? Well, I was trying to de-stash and reorganize my quilting cottons because it had gotten a little bit out of hand. But so far I've moved 2 to my quilting, 1 to the bag making section, 1 to the quilting section, 2 are going into the de-stash. So, yeah. Sue says, ooh, would make a lovely bodice and solid coloured skirt. Conchetta said it would be a beautiful tie front shirt for the summer, the strawberries. It would be, but I have made myself a strawberry tie front shirt before in a quilting cotton and I never wore it and it's ended up being donated. That's another one that I'm going to try and work on, Lady McElroy, to start doing is strawberry fabrics because they so pretty. Fruit fabric, we need it all. Pinky Doodleful says, fab, love the strawberries. Lala Palooza says, morning or good morning. Kathleen says, so you have bolts of fabric too? Yes, because I used to sell them in the shop. And I have cut off the grey one. I cut off my length for me. And then I bought like bolts that were 15 meters of fabric, so obviously didn't need all of that for me, so I cut off lengths for me and then put the rest of it up in the shop. So I need to work out how much is left and then put it up again for sale. Luminaria says the previous. Elena says, ooh, that will look awesome as stays. Ooh, this one, actually, yeah, that would look really good as stays, wouldn't it? It is nice. I have a lot of it. I have a really decent chunk of it. I do like it. This is another strawberry one that I have 3 yards of. I like that yellow colour actually. What do we think? It's better than the pink, isn't it? If I can get that dress right, then I really ought to keep it. This is Elizabeth Studios pattern 392. It's seashells. And I liked it so much, I bought 2 lengths of it. I think I need to keep some for bag lining and then give some away, or well, sell some, de-stash some. Because I was thinking I was going to make, because when I first got back into sewing, I used quilting cottons nearly exclusively to make my clothes with, because it was easily accessible, easy to work with, and I really like the prints on them. But I don't wear them very often anymore. Mind you, I don't have very many quilting cotton clothes that fit me because a lot of the previous stuff I made is I'm too big for now. So like my Alexander Henry refashion, I wore that the other day and it wasn't, I'd lined it with viscose. I think I just need to be clever about the patterns that I make with them. Like don't try and make the cotton do something that it doesn't want to do. So yeah. Caroline says that motor is so pretty, was also so pretty. Caroline says she agrees with Elena about the stays. Nimue says, ooh, I love that motor. Wouldn't be my colours to wear, but very much suits my quilting taste. I have too many quilting plans. Yeah, I've got plans for about 4 quilts. I really need to. I've made 3 quilts in my entire life. The last one was 2016. I haven't made a quilt since 2016. I made like 3 in 2 years. Elena says to Caroline, with a peplum. Ooh, pretty, yeah. Catherine says her brother is Juniper, originally Boris, when I adopted them both from Cat's Protection, but I was not going to have a family member called Boris. I can, yeah. So Bramble and Juniper. Oh, so cute. She is an adorable little void, and she is doing her fabric fluffing duty. Catherine says, thanks. I've worn it twice since I finished it on Thursday. Nice. Olivia says there's a channel called Create and Curate, and she got a major amount of fabric that she got through an auction. It was someone else's entire collection, some great fabric, some not so much. Oh, wow. Oh, gosh. Yeah. Oh, I can't imagine somebody buying all of my stuff and then going through it and not liking my things. Olivia says that yellow looks so great on you. Oh, thank you. And Nimue says, time for food and company. See you later. Enjoy, Nimue. Michelle says, good morning, peeps. Time changes in Bermuda last night. I'm not sure if I'm late or not. Who else hates the time change? I don't mind this one because we get an extra hour in bed. It's when we lose that hour. Oh, what do I do with the seashells, guys? I clearly loved it enough to go back and buy more so I could make a really big full circle skirt with it. And it is a pretty colour. What do I do with my seashells? They are pretty. Definitely keeping the next one. And I'm keeping these 3 as well. These are all geeky. So there's my new Alexander Henry pin-up zombie one. And we've got Doctor Who. And then we've got the Battlestar Galactica or Galactica Alexander Henry print. Rachel's made Martin a shirt out of that and it looks awesome. I need to make a dress. I just need to perfect the 1743 dress, don't I? It was the 9357. I love this as an idea. The darts are stupid. I need to make my own blocks and then perfect this dress. Yeah, that's what I need to do. I'm doing my blocks in January, so because I love the skirt. I love the skirt. Natalie says, I think the seashells are too busy for my taste. Ron Ralph says, make a circle skirt with the seashells. I think I was planning on a circle skirt with like a Grace bodice on it or a By Hand London Anna bodice on it because those 2 are really good for quilting cottons. And when I felt more confident in my figure, I used to wear my Grace dresses, my quilt and cotton Grace dresses during the summer all the time, to the point where I've got ridiculous tan lines from the sleeves, from the straps. Lollapalooza says, just the annoyance with changing the clocks got long or lazy. And she says, seashells would go with lots of stuff for summery and autumnal. Yeah, I think going through these again, I'm falling in love with all these prints again because I was like, oh no, there's only like 1 or 2 that I'm going to want to keep. The rest of them can go. But going through these, I do really love these prints. So I think what I need to do is perfect that bodice because I love it, and I can get that bodice and that skirt with the giant pockets out of 3 meters of fabric, and in a quilting cotton it sticks out, which I like. And then the fitted bodice, yeah, because the one that I tried with the butterick bodice in a quilting cotton last year, I do really like it. It's not quite perfect. I've got itchy nose, excuse me. It isn't quite perfect, but I do really like how the dress came out. Where is it? There it is. See, that's what I'm thinking. I really like that. And in the summer, it's great because I can put these little cardigans over the top of them. And then for the extra warmth if I need it. And then if I don't need it, I can take it off. But because it's, yeah. Olivia says, make the skirt you intended. Rachel Lynn says, will you wear the seashells? You'd need plain tops for it. If not, keep some for bag making. No, it definitely would be a dress. I think all of these would be dresses. Rachel, I read that one. Conchetta says, if I may ask, where did the Doctor Who fabric come from? It's amazing. It was a local quilting shop, actually. But fabric.com definitely carried it, but obviously fabric.com is no more. It's Doctor Who 2012 Spring Creative Products Group. Elena says, would seashells be nice shirt dress? The one you have with the goldfish fabric. Oh, that is this one, just without sleeves. That is this one, but just without the sleeves. And yeah, possibly. I ran out of blue bias binding, so it's got brown bias binding on the bottom, but I quite like that. I think I showed you guys this as well. Like, I fully intended to start bias binding the insides of this with gold and then ran out, so there's gold and navy on the insides of this one. Actually, as well, the McCall 6696, and now that I have flattened out the back of it and used the Bruyere back panel rather than the one with the pleat or the rough, the gathering in it, I like that as well. Yeah, I think this was just a good indication that I needed to go through these things to work out what I was going to do with them all. So let's go to the dark blues and greens before we talk about the rest of these, because I'm pretty sure that I'm pretty much going to keep all of these. This is another Michael Miller border print with the pink. I'm going to make grey stress out of that. I've made a grey stress out of the all over one, which no longer fits me. And I'm sad about that because I can't get into it anymore. But yeah, so I'm going to keep. Yeah, we're going to end up keeping all of these, aren't we? Me. This is another Michael Miller border print. This was in my navy plans for this month, but I jettisoned it because I had run out of time. But I was going to use this part kind of like at the top of the circle skirt, and it was going to be like a Christmassy kind of dress. That's really pretty. Keeping that one. We're just reorganizing fabric again. Never mind. It's fine. It's totally fine. This is another border print. I've only got 4 yards of this one. It's really pretty. Yeah. I just need to find the perfect pattern for them. That's what I need to do. Now this one is the New York skyline, and I was going to make a dress out of it, but I ended up it was one that I bought the bolt of, and I was selling it on the shop, and I ended up miscalculating and had to sell somebody some that I'd already made, so I haven't got as much as I thought I had. Oh, I don't know. I like it though. I like it. Oh, this is not going well. Linnea says, doesn't Sew It Over It have a similar dress? With the high neckline? I don't know. I'm sure they probably do. I think this is a really good example, though, of why I really need to make my blocks, because if I make my block, then I can make that pattern in the way that I want. Yeah. Then it will fit me the way that I want it to, and then I will make all these things up, and it's a really quick dress to make. Luminaria says, good plan. Make the top from your own block. Keep the skirt pattern you already love. Yeah. Kylie says, have you seen the walkaway dress everyone seems to be making this month? Yeah, didn't Stephanie Canada issue a challenge? Like, can you really make it in a day? Like, the person who makes it the quickest gets a prize, I think. I have that pattern. I have the reprint, not the original. And I know Anna's made it. I don't think I ever will make it, because I hear the same thing from everybody, that because the back has got the full circle skirt on it and the front has like a pencil skirt on it, they end up getting choked by it because the weight at the back pulls it down. If I made it, I would probably put on a full circle skirt to the front and the back to keep the weight the same both sides, so that it didn't kind of ride back. But I've also heard that there's lots of fitting issues with the bodice on that one, and it's just not something that I love enough that I want to attempt. I've got quite a few of those style of like wraparound and button-up dresses, and they're all really pretty, but the same complaint, I hear the same complaint from people that have made them, that they're just awkward. And lots of people have made them and like, you know, ended up like sewing the button bits together and then putting a zip in the back, which is probably what I would do. Teresa says, where do you get a washable ironing board cover? Every one I've ever bought says spot clean only. Thank you. I think we got it from Lakeland. Mum got it. I mean, I don't know if we're supposed to wash it or not, to be honest. Mum bought two and we rotate them. Olivia says to Kylie, they're all making the walkaway because Stephanie Canada did a challenge to see if you could actually make it make it after breakfast and wear it for lunch. I'm not big on challenges. No, me either. What Ralph says, this is what I expect for craft people organising their supplies. Yes, complete chaos and keeping everything that you said you were going to de-stash. Luminaria says, the Teresa Butterick make a pattern. You can sew your own. It's a very simple pattern. For the ironing board covers. HSO says, can you get the 8577 at 3 meters if you line it with something else? No. I get the 8577. These are 110 wide as well, don't forget. The 8577, I get it out 5 meters of 140 wide, and I do end up with enough to make a shirt, but that's only because the shirt pieces are tiny. No, I'd need a different skirt. The skirt is Fabric Hungry Beast, and I do line it completely with cotton lawn. I don't line it with the same fabric ever, so that I can get shirts out of them. Catherine says to Teresa, I think that they say dry clean only because they are multi-layer, including foam. Anna says she's made the walkaway dress 3 times. Yours all look lovely, Anna. Kylie says, thanks for the explanation. No worries. Olivia says, Sean, have you watched the minimalists video that you mentioned in your live stream before your stream? I didn't make it to your I just didn't make it to your live. I think we all have to do what's best for ourselves. I haven't gone back to her channel because I was doing the thing that I was annoyed with her for doing, which was consuming content that annoyed me. So I haven't gone back to her channel. I've seen that she's posted a few different videos since. But no, I haven't, because I mean, like, really thinking about it, like, I don't 100% disagree with some of the things that she said. I just think she's worded it poorly in a few times. Like, fast fashion is not the same as what she's describing. But yeah. I also, like I say, the thing is that you really ought to not consume stuff that makes you upset. And yeah, that clearly was making me upset, so I've chosen not to go back. Rockmouth says, I got the pattern from Stephanie. I have not started. Michelle says, I'm here forever for fabric fondling, whatever we call it. Nice. Anna says, depends how early people have their breaker and how late they do lunch. This is true. Elena says, and Stephanie sends you the original pattern tracing. Ah, yes. No, I did watch her video. I did see it. Like I say, though, for me, I would probably get really annoyed with that kind of a dress. I remember the Butterick one that I still owe you guys a sew along for is kind of that sort of like wrap at the front, wrap at the back. And that bugged me as well. So yeah. Catherine says, I have the Lakeland Ladybird ironing board cover that they still sell. Mine is much less bright after many years. Claire says, I have to dash off now, going to see Monty Don at Lowry. We'll catch up with the rest of the live later. Have fun. Nice. Enjoy. I think I landed on, I'm keeping this because I do love it. That was the thing, when I was buying fabric to sell on, I would always buy fabric that I loved. So it's not really a surprise that I'm keeping these. So we've got my Doctor Who, Galactica, and zombies. I'm gonna have to use those zombies next year. Peacock feather and fan in the corner there. This one Mum bought for me, and it's really pretty. And my colour, so yeah, that's the thing too. None of us are surprised, right? None of us are surprised. Now this one. This one, oh no, that is pretty. That is really pretty. I do like that one. I do like that one. Staying. Flamingos. Flamingos. Rachel, if you're still here, look away now. It's a border print. Michael Miller. Flamingos. That totally needs to be a Grace dress, doesn't it? They are such awesome flamingos as well. I like those. Yeah, birthday. Now this one I got from Spoonflower. It's on their Kona cotton, which they don't do anymore. And it's hairs. I do like that one. Lollapalooza says, is the skirt you're wearing now a 3/4 circle skirt? No, this is the 9345 skirt portion of so it's probably a half circle, I think. Might need to just readjust the pattern, the placement of the buttons. Not that you can see, but I can see. I think they're just a little bit out, which might be something that I take to the Apley Beach Cafe to do. So now we've got all my warm toned ones. I need to keep these. I love this. All the chocolate. Like my chocolate covered cherries Grace dress. I miss wearing all those dresses. Yeah, I just need to make these into dresses again, but for ones that fit me now. Yeah. Rachel Lynn says, we're not surprised you're keeping them all, but we are giggling. I've got rid of 4. 4? Come on. Elena says, those blues roses scream winter. Don't know why, but they do. But they does, not dies. Yes. Yeah, I can see what you mean. I would probably end up wearing it in summer just because of the white background, but I do see what you mean. And then Michelle says, blue and white roses is stunning. Need that flamingo border print in my life. I love the flamingos. Teresa says, thank you, Luminaria, for the tip on Butterick ironing board cover pattern. We'll check it out. Olivia says, looking at all of your fabric makes me want to go through mine, not to de-slash, just to fondle. This is actually really, like, I was convinced that I was going to get rid of way more than this, but this is actually really, really fun because I'm kind of falling in love with these prints again. So I've got another border print one here that I have made a dress out of, and it just doesn't fit me anymore, but I can remake that dress. And I've got enough fabric that I think I'd be able to do the skirt, or if not, I could take the skirt off the original, remake the bodice. So yeah, so then we've got seashells and the strawberries. Yeah, keeping all of those. No one is surprised, are they? They look neater. And I am really pleased that I've gone through and done that. Although now that I've put them in like that, I've got the I think I need to move I need to move them down one because of the other fabrics that need to go back in there. 2 secs. These ones are just really awkward because the pattern cubes are in the way. It's raining. It's raining quite heavily. Dad asked the other day, he's like, can you hear the rain on the roof in your sewing room? He's like, yes. Yes, Papa, definitely. Right. So this is a pile of like just yummy goodness. It's all like my linens and things like that. But I'm going to try and put them in all my thicker fabrics. Hello, gorgeousness. Oh, I pretty much know what all these are going to be as well. Just need to get around to doing it. None of these are going to get destashed, so I'm not even bothering showing you these because they're all staying. Now all my I'm not buying quilting cottons again because I just don't use them or wear them very often. And then on somebody on one of Erica's Horiath bags had used a quilting cotton that I absolutely fell in love with and took a screenshot of, and totally would have bought enough to make a dress with if the shipping to the UK wasn't as ridiculously expensive as it was. And I'm trying to find it. I know I've screenshotted it and kept it somewhere. I thought I'd put it in here, but I can't see it. I want to show you because it's so pretty. Where are you? Where are you? It's hiding from me. I know I've kept it in here because I saw it the other day. I know I've kept it. Maybe I put it in a different folder. Come on, I want to show the peeps. Where are you? Where are you? Apparently, I didn't put it in this folder. It's somewhere else. But yeah, there was this beautiful. I know I've saved it in Etsy, but who knows where it is in Etsy. I thought I'd be able to show you really quickly on here, and I can't find it. I cannot find it. No. It's not here. And it's gotten to the point now where I've gone so far back, I'm going to have to go through everything, even though I know it's not this far back, just in case. Nope, not there. Right, I'm going to find it on Etsy because I need to show you guys this print because it is that beautiful. So favorites, favorited items, search, fabric. This is so much fabric. So much fabric. So much of it is leafy as well. It's shocking, really. Oh, come on. It's got, I know I saw it the other day on one of my feeds. Where are you? I think it was a there we go. Brilliant Blooms. Yeah, Hoffman. Brilliant Blooms. It's so pretty. Oh. And they do a whole, like, so Brilliant Blooms, Hoffman. So they do a whole kind of series of it. So like coordinating ones. I need it. I need it. Look, I need all of it. Oh, I have issues, don't I? It is really beautiful. I have issues. We know I have issues, but I have issues. Anyway, this is a, I think it's a poplin. It is absolutely gorgeous. This definitely is going to need to be a shirt dress next year. This I've made a coat out of, and I kind of want to make a pencil dress to match. So that actually probably ought to go. No, this is kind of in the right place. These are just in the wrong order. This is a stretch cotton that my bestie friend bought for me from Truro Fabrics. It was expensive, and I've got 2 meters of it. So it needs to be really strategically thought about. And I think it's going to end up being kind of like a pencil wiggle dress as well, because I am planning on trying some of those next year. Whether I'll actually wear them or not, I don't know. But I'm planning on trying some. Now this one I got from the Goldhawk Road. It is very pretty. This could have gone in the navy collection as well, but I definitely don't have enough time for that at the moment. Now I was planning on making myself a pair of Christmas PJs, and I've got 3 fabrics to choose from, so I'm going to show you those in a second. This one I got from Ibiza. It is beautiful, and I think I want to do this skirt with it, because I don't have enough for a dress, I don't think. I think I bought like 2 meters because I think it was expensive. It's a twill. It's a slightly heavier weight twill, but it does have a lot of movement in it. So I thought this kind of skirt, like a button-up skirt, which still has some movement in it, with the coconut shell buttons down the front, would look gorgeous. That's what I've got envisioned for this one, as a skirt. This one, again, I got from the Goldhawk Road. It's really pretty, but that needs to be in a different section. That needs to be down there. This one of you, I think this was from Elise. It is gorgeous. I love it. That one needs to be in the lighter weight quilts as well. This one is stretch fabric. Right, so let's put, because this is a poplin. This feels lighter than poplin. So this one is going to go back in over here. Now this skirt one, where do I put that? Do I put it in with my other bottom weight fabrics? I think so, maybe. Rachel says, she says, yes, I'm still here and I have that one. It's got flamingos on. I don't know why you would have that one. It's just strange and shocking. Elena says, chocolate dress for Christmas? No, I think I want to do a shirt dress with that one, and I think I want to do it for Easter. Because this is the thing with quilting cottons, I don't like sleeves on them because the fabric is so stiff. I don't even like short sleeves. I made one, a 6696 with Siamese cats on it, and I put the long sleeves on it from the 6696 with the wingback cuffs, and I never wore it. And I've taken the sleeves off and made it sleeveless, and I've still not worn it because I'm too big for it at the moment. But I have found that for me, quilting cotton dresses need to be either my grace bodice, so a strappy dress with a fitted bodice and a big flary skirt, or a very fitted high neck bodice like the Anna or the 1743, but sleeveless. Or the Anna's got obviously grown on sleeves. But I think that's what I need from my quilting cotton dresses, is for them to be that type of dress, because I just don't like the sleeve, how the sleeve feels. Like I've got full length sleeves on today, but this is a viscose challis, so you know, kind of, it's underneath this, it's conforming nicely and it's behaving itself. But the quilting cotton, I wouldn't be able to wear this cardigan over the top of it. So yeah, sleeveless, so not a Christmas dress. Conchetta says, love the chocolates, me too. Michelle says, I need a trip somewhere to the fabric shop. KB field trip? Yes. You did say you might come to there's one place left on the May retreat, Michelle. Just saying. Sue says, Abercan is a great shop to visit. I have not been to an Abercan in person. I would like to go. Michelle says, Elena, the chocolate fabric gave me holiday vibes too. I do see where you're coming from for the holiday vibes, but I do think I'm going to make a shirt dress out of it for Easter. I think that's going to be the one that I do. Catherine says, seconding Sue, Abercan is amazing. Sue says to you, Catherine, which one do you like the best? I've been to 3 so far, but prefer the Liverpool store. Catherine says, the Mostyn one is the only one I've been to. Used to work a mile from there. Ooh, dangerous. Sue says, rummaging through the fabric to weigh, I'm there for hours. Catherine says, not been in years though since I moved to Scotland. Jojo says, afternoon all, hope you're all well. What are we up to today? We're fabric fondling, Jojo. This should come as a surprise to none of you. Bethany says, hello peeps, feel like I haven't watched a live in ages. Hi Bethany, how are you, my lovely? Joe's here, hey peeps, hello. Bethany says, I'm hand sewing my Star Trek cape on a very on trend today. Nice. Pinky Doodleful says, sorry, got to go, see you soon. Thank you for joining us. Elena says, that's skirt fabric as a Melilo shirt. No, this needs to be a skirt. This needs to be a skirt. Still smells of the fabric softener Dad's washed it with. And I bought this in Ibiza, so 4 years ago. Jojo says, lol, Indy has spent the last hour spark out on Upside Down. Once I joined the live hangout, he perked up, rolled over, and is watching along. It appears kittens are also fans of KB. Nice. Yeah, Chiana can be completely like Sparko out, upside down, paws in the air, kind of like dead fly impression. And then if anyone calls me on FaceTime, she's immediately like, well, I want to take part too. So hi, Indy. Nimue says, I'm back. What did I miss? More fabric fondling. Sue says, I will take a video footage when I next go. What? Michelle says, I want to come to the retreat, but work schedule is proving challenging. Clearly, I need a new career. Yes, I mean, obviously. I'm not sure if I'm going to do 2 next year, just because this year's second one kind of fell apart because of cost of living crises. And, you know, like, I get it. I totally get it. So I'm not sure if I'm going to be doing 2 next year, but I will be doing one the next year in 2024. So maybe tell work that they need to let you have some time off in May. Conchetta says, oh no, she's taken the message back. Any suggestions for, and then nothing. Christine says, I live near Bolton Abercorn store. I love spending hours rummaging. Michelle says, may have to sort work out. You may need to give them some, yeah, you may need to. But there is, if you are interested, Michelle, there is 1 space left on the May retreat. 1 space. Yeah, so this one, I know that I want this to be a skirt. So this should go in the bottoms pile, shouldn't it? Which now looking at it, is getting really unorganized color-wise. It's just going to bug me, so we might end up doing that as well. This is why we spend hours in the fabric room, because it's just so much fun. Right, so this is supposed to be turned into a dress. Right, okay. I've got a lot of this fabric left. This is a stretchy rose print. I made my niece a dress for her brother's wedding out of this. So that can go in next. I've also got the blue version of that, and I actually should put that up for sale as well. Those 2 need to go in that pile over there. Right, I'm going to make myself some PJs this Christmas. The Carolyn pajamas. I have 3 fabrics to pick from, and I'm going to need your help. In fact, this would be a really good one for the Patreon peeps to vote on. So I'm going to show you the 3 fabrics and tell you what I'm thinking, and then it will be up on Patreon for a vote. You guys are the best. So first one, I have 5 meters of this Liberty Loddon print, which is absolutely gorgeous, but it's going to be an absolute bugger to pattern match. But it would make very nice pajamas. Now bear in mind, I only wear pajamas in public. Sorry if this is TMI. I don't wear them to sleep in. I find them really restrictive, and I do not like them to sleep in. So I'm making myself fancy Christmas PJs because Mum and Dad and I will go down and do stockings and presents in the morning in our pajamas, and then we go away and get ready and come back in proper clothes. So we've got the Liberty Loddon, and this was always intended to be pajamas. And then Minerva know me too well. I have a thing for strawberry prints. Oh, I've got more of the Liberty Loddon back here. Knew I had more of it than was there. So I've got 2. Yeah, it's very pretty. Could make a nice shirt as well. Yeah, Minerva know me very well, and they served me an advert for striped cotton poplin with strawberries all over it. So I have the lilac and I have the red. And again, I've got 5 meters of each, and I fully intend to make pajamas out of one of them. They are hurting my eyes looking at them. And I'm thinking I would use green piping for this one and for this one, which would mean I'd need to buy some fabric to make green piping with. And then for this one, I was thinking like a kind of this kind of color piping for it, or red. So yeah, Christmas PJs. Christmas PJs. But that's going to be the vote on Patreon, so I need to take photos. I've lost my phone again. Keep putting it down. Where's my phone gone? Oh no. Oh no. No, it's under the fabric. Why is that a surprise? Let's catch up with the chat. Let's see. Jennifer says, what other patterns do you think would look good with the spotlight palm leaf print that you used for your dream recreation dress with magnolia pattern? So over at Eve Dress, McCall 7537. Ooh, the 7945, like the one that I've done in the red feathers fabric, that would be amazing. Yeah, anything floaty and drapey. Conchetta says, any suggestions for fun advent calendar boxes? Have a look on Amazon. I have got some really interesting ones from there. That's where Dad's licorice one came from. His herbs and spices came from. Yeah, Google advent calendar on, or put advent calendar into Amazon, and they should come up with some fairly like interesting ones for you. Joanna's feeling crafty says, hello, greetings from sunny Cork. What did I miss? Are we playing with fabric? My favorite. We are indeed. Conchetta says, I'm at a loss this year. I'm thinking sewing, geeky, and potentially chocolate. Well, you can't go wrong with Hotel Chocolat. It was expensive, but oh my gosh, you got your value for money. That was good. That was really good. Sewing, I know there's a few people that have done them, smaller companies, but I think you have missed the pre-orders for them. Geeky, not sure. Sue says, I had a weekend in Chester with my sister in the spring. We went to Abercan there and drove to Mostyn, and the way home did the Liverpool store. We did spend loads. Wow. Joanna says, I got a stationery advent calendar from the pen store. I'm stationery obsessed. Ooh, that's a good one. Yeah. Conchetta says to Joanna, thank you. That sounds amazing too. I'll check it out. Yeah, I the washi tape shop. I'm subscribed to their emails, their newsletter, and I really shouldn't be, because they sent me a newsletter with some new washi tape in it, and I might have bought it, and I might have spent enough that I got a free pen. Whoops. But it is for my bullet journal for next year, so it's totally allowable. Honest. Catherine says, I'm glad I'm not the only person who finds PJs restrictive. I'm a big fan of Land's End Suprema sleep teas. Nice. Yeah, no, I can't sleep in PJs. Like, no. Joanna's feeling crafty says, enjoy Conchetta. It looks very good. Michelle says the strawberries definitely for the PJs. Joanna says mustard piping for the Liberty. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Kathy says, good morning, Sean. Good morning. Elena says that lilac is so pretty. Yeah. Sue says definitely mustard piping. Rachel Lynn says, I love the Liberty fabric. Me too. I mean, to be fair, like these all were bought with the intention of making PJs. When I was in the Closet Core Patterns Carolyn pajama, I'd made my chocolate covered biscuit ones and loved them. My friend has those now. She loves the shirt, wears it as a shirt. But I made her take the bottoms as well because they fit her. Not that she wears PJs bottoms, but I was like, you have to take them because you can't break it up. And I don't want to have just the bottoms left. Rachel then says, love the Liberty fabric. Me too. Yeah, fabric. I'm taking photos for the Patreon, aren't I? For a vote. So we've got Liberty Loddon. Very nice. We've got, oh, hello. No, I don't want a panoramic. Panoramic. Oh, words are hard. We've got red straubs. And we've got lilac straubs. Okay, so now that I've taken photos, they can go back in the stash. Okay. There isn't room in that cubby hole for these two, so they can go back in here as well. And so can this, because there's no room for this anywhere but in there. And then I think I want to put that in there, so this can come, if it'll fit. You know. I've also had 2 of my chambrays in that stash, but I would like those to go in with another collection. So this can go in with the bottom weight fabrics. Okay. Oh, I'm much happier now. That looks much better over there. Much more organised. That's good. I'm happy. I'm happy. I'm just trying to think. So that one is going to go in the D stash on shop for Caroline. This one needs to go. This one I'm going to put back in there for now, just because I can't get to the bag making stash. Or can I? It could go in up there. Yeah. That one goes there. As do these, until I can get them into the quilting stash. Okay. Yay. No bouncing this time. So that's done. So now I want to try and reorganize the Anaconda Antithesis cube, because I want to add those fabrics into it. Let's see, where do we get to with the chat? Rachel Lynn says, I love that Liberty fabric. Me too. Jojo says, I'm making long-suffering husband and I'm matching Christmas PJs this year. He's absolutely thrilled at the prospect. He did choose the Die Hard theme though. Nice. Carol says, good morning from New York City. Strawberries definitely. Liberty, way too nice to be once a year garment. That is true. That is true. I don't know what else I would do with that Liberty though, because I bought it with the intention of it being pajamas. Does that make sense? I need to get my head around it's not going to be pajamas, it's going to be something else. Elena says, I would love PJs in that bright flamingo print. That would look cute, but they need to be a dress. Kylie says, red strawberries with red stripes, definitely. Yeah, it's very Christmassy red, obviously. Joanna's Feeling Crafty says, navy collection will be amazing on you. Perfect complexion for it. Thank you. Nora says, morning, Shine and Peeps. I'm visiting the in-laws in Texas, so I probably won't be able to watch the whole live stream. But thank you for coming and dropping in and saying hi. So I think I need to just take all of that out and start putting it back, because it's really not in any kind of colour order anymore and it's gotten very messy. So let's reorganize the Anaconda Antithesis. Although with my plans for next year, because this was going to be my like January collection, with my plans for next year, I don't know if it's going to end up being done, because I really want to get the citrus collection done and start on the roses. I have so much fabric and so little time. I've got itchy nose as well. Ugh. Got fabric fluff up my nose. Right. So, anaconda antithesis. Let's work on getting this in the right place. So I'm going to tip you down a little bit so you can kind of see what we're working with. I've got a nice collection of blues and browns there. So that's why I think this one's going to go in really well with it. So this one is the darkest, so it can go at the bottom. So in you go. Then I've got knits in here as well. So got my dark blue denim knit. Couple of t-shirts from that one. Then we have got, so this is the Lena crepe that Rachel was asking about earlier. So it's basically the Lena linings they've classed it as now. It's 100% polyester. My best friend bought this for my Christmas present last year. She bought me 4 meters of it. It's going to be a circle skirt. It's probably a 3/4 circle skirt. And then whatever I've got left, I'm going to use as a lining. But then I also have this is the anaconda antithesis. I've also got it on the cotton lawn and the cotton drill because I just love this print so much. And this is the dawn colorway. They have it. They have like an evening colorway as well, which has got more reddy kind of tones in it. But they're also bringing this out on viscose Riccardi lawn as well. So the heavier weight viscose. Somebody might have asked for it. Might have been me. Then we've got my Robert Kaufman brushed cotton flannel. Now I was going to make a dress out of this, but I can't get a Bruyere shirt out of my head from this one. I really like the idea of making an oversized shirt from this, but I'm thinking that I'm thinking that knowing my preferences, I will wear the Bruyere more than I would just like an oversized flannel shirt. So I think it would make sense to do the Bruyere. It goes really nicely with this. So I like the idea of making a dress from a plaid like this, but the cardamom dress, because this is so expensive, and the old gold needle cord that I'm using for the cardamom, and then it was scraps of Savannah, is kind of a wearable muslin, because the old gold needle cord was half price because they sent it to me in error, and this is really expensive. So I didn't want to, I don't know, maybe I'll make it into a dress, but I'm kind of thinking it's going to end up being a shirt. Right. Again, Robert Kaufman Railroad denim, very expensive. Going to be some trousers. And then I've got some striped shirting that I got from All Your Textiles, which is just going to go really nicely in with that collection. Then I've got the 2 chambrays that came out of the bit that I was just working on because they were in the wrong place. And I wondered where these had gone. And there's enough here for shirts, my little shirts, but shirts from those. And then another viscose jersey for some more t-shirts. Okay. And then the Anaconda Antithesis also came on the buttermilk colorway, which is gorgeous. Now, I could bring some kind of like mustards and yellows into this, and I think I'm going to do that with knitwear. I've also made up the viscose jersey that I've got in this colorway. So I think they will work in with this as well, but they're things that have already been made, and Mum is currently knitting me a jumper that's meant to go with this collection as well. So I've got 5 meters of this one. It's probably going to end up being a shirt dress, either the 8577, and I'm not even going to apologize for that anymore because I love that dress and I wear it so frequently. So 8577 or 9345 possibly. I've not made a 9345 in cotton lawn with long sleeves, and I'm kind of tempted to try it, but I don't want to do it with one of my precious fabrics. And it's like I say, they're bringing this print out on a viscose, the Riccardi lawn. So when that comes out, I'm definitely going to buy some. I've also got 2 of my dark brown, 3 apparently of my dark brown viscose jerseys to go in with this. Because everyone needs t-shirts, lots of t-shirts. See, this is slightly the wrong color. It's a little bit too pinky. So I might put that back into the jersey section because it's not quite the right color. So that can go back in here. So yes, we've got cotton lawn. It's going to be a shirt dress. And then I've got this kind of polyester. I bought 2 colors of this. So I've got this creamy color and I've got it in black as well. And the black one I'm going to make the Sicily slip dress muslin out of. Now I put this one in here because I'm also planning on getting some duck egg blue coating to make some kind of a coat for this, and I'm thinking I might try retry the McCall's cape that was such a failure last time, and this could be a really good lining for it because it's slippery enough. But this also could end up being like a drape neck top because it would go really well. There's 5 meters here, so I've got enough to play with. I think that's going to go into, because I'm running out of space in my Anaconda antithesis because I've added fabrics in. Then I've got a little more of the Bisou lining, Bisou suiting, viscose suiting fabric. And I've made a waistcoat and a skirt out of this. And the skirt was it was the skirt from the 6380. And I did that because that was all I had left of the fabric, because I've made a dress out of this as well. And I'm thinking, I bought this to make trousers, but I'm thinking I actually might make a fuller skirt with this because I probably would wear it more than I would trousers. To be fair, if they had still had some left, I would have bought more of it because somebody said, oh, you ought to make a jacket and make a Bianca Jagger style trouser suit with it. And I was like, yes, I need to do that. But they can't find any. When I left, there was some left on the boat and then they can't find it anymore. So I think they've sold out of it. So yeah, I need to try and decide what I want to do with it because, as I say, I've got a full dress, the 8997 Vogue dress, and hello Netflix, and a waistcoat and a skirt out of it. So I'm like, do I remake a skirt in a skirt shape that I would probably wear more often, or do I do the trousers? Not sure. Kind of wish I bought more of it at the time, but never mind. Never mind. And then the final one is another viscose jersey with like a marl on it, and which can make some nice t-shirts. So that's looking beautiful. Look how beautiful. Yeah. Yeah, right, I'm going to put you a bit lower and sit down because My little feet hurt. Move that out of the way. And that. Now, do I brave the weather and go and get one of my Sorrento jackets so we can play with print placement, patch placement, like I said we were going to? But it is absolutely peeing it down out there. So maybe I won't. Let's see. Carol says, would you get use out of the robe from the Liberty, close to PJs or a sleep shirt? I want to lengthen the Caroline top into a night shirt. Yeah, probably get more use out of a robe than I would out of a sleep shirt for sure. That's a good idea. That is a good idea. Yeah. Yeah. HSO says, ooh, that first dark one looks cool. What's it going to be? Oh, I'm sorry, I wasn't paying attention. Which dark one? The kind of marbly print one is going to be this skirt that I'm wearing now. And Laurel says, yay, organized fabric. Yeah, I'm really excited about that collection. Like I say, it was going to be like my winter collection this year. And it still could be. I could start it in December, as long as I get my November plans finished. Yeah, the one at the bottom, the marbly one, is going to be this skirt. This 9345 skirt. I love it. I love this so much. And it's 4 panels, and because of the print on that denim, it needs to be something that doesn't have too many seam lines and stuff in it to disturb the print. So yeah. Now I had intended this to be my winter collection because I could do my navy coat with it as well. Because I've got like you got the one that I showed you guys last week, the green cashmere with the green birdies. I've got that out as my coat project for this year, but I could switch it over to the navy coat project. But then I also wanted to work through my knit fabrics in December, and there's knits in there, but there's only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 knits in there. And there's more kind of like, that would all be t-shirts, and this would all be, yeah. And like January's plan is sewing blocks. And none of the stuff in here is stuff that I want to experiment with. It's all stuff that I know the pattern that I want to make it into. When am I going to get to it? When am I going to get to it? Because I also really, 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 really want to get the citrus collection done next year. Out of the two, I would like to get both of those. I'd like to get all 3 of those cubby holes sewn up next year. That one, the citrus, the roses, and the anaconda antithesis. But I also want to do my projects that scare me. And my Make 9 I've based around red fabrics. Maybe I need to go back to the drawing board with my Make 9 plans and think about how I can. But like I say, I know what I want to do with all of those patterns, so it would just be Make 9 fabrics. It wouldn't be new to me patterns. And I liked trying the new to me deer and doe patterns. And I do want to do the charm patterns as my Make 9 next year, which is all based around the red theme, which really doesn't go with any of the others. Me. Why are there not 48 hours in a day? Oh, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what to do. What do you guys think? What should I do? What should I do? You've all gone very quiet in the chat. Like I've caught up with the chat, and now I've waffled at you, and I've got nothing else to waffle at you about. I don't know what I'm going to do this afternoon either, because I had I was talking. I ended up chatting to Tatty for 2 hours, not last night, the night before, which was lovely. And we were chatting away, and I've had 2 days off this week because of this, and I don't want those to be my days off. I want them to be sick days, but I don't get paid if I don't work because I'm self-employed. I'm a horrible boss. So yeah, I was just like, oh, I don't want my 2 days that, and like I didn't do nothing. I did admin type stuff, but yeah, I'm kind of thinking, do I have this afternoon off? Or should I start work on the waistcoat and Sorrento jacket this afternoon? What am I going to do with myself if I have the afternoon off? Hmm. Kathleen says, if there were 48 hours in a day, you would find more to fill them. Yes, this is true. This is true. I think that's the only thing I liked about Stephanie Meyer's Vampire Law was that they just didn't need sleep, which is like, oh, can you imagine not having to sleep? I mean, I love sleep, don't get me wrong, but not physically needing to sleep. All that extra time. Yeah. Historically Fashion says, I say, so what you most want to wear. I think that probably would be the waistcoat or the Sorrento jacket. Jane says, going to cut out the Metro Blazer this afternoon. Nice. Laurel says, which collection have you had the longest? Maybe sew that up first. All of them? They're all fairly kind of like equal deep stash fabrics. Catherine says, chill with Chiana. Yeah. Yeah, well, now that Dad's turned on the central heating, she stopped sitting on me as much. Clearly, she was just using me as a warmth source. Anna says, you can make at least one collection because you have stuff that scares you and you want some comforting sewing to balance it out. That is very true. That is very true. Very true. And I do like, I'm sitting here kind of like pondering away. I do want to make a cape because one of the things that I have noticed about my wardrobe is that I don't really have coats that will go over my big sleeves without crushing them, and like most of the stuff that I make with big sleeves is viscose, so it does crease very, very easily. So I'm thinking that the cape project in the duck egg blue that goes with this might be a good one to do. Might be a good one to do because the cape project scares me, but the cape project also, like I say, would be good over all of the stuff that I have with the giant sleeves. Like, I like the lantern sleeves on the Gertie Princess coat, and that is a charm pattern, and they would work quite well over my giant sleeves. And I like them on everybody else, but I don't know if I'd like them on me. I don't know if that makes sense. Kathleen says the waistcoat will be quicker and then it would gear you up for the Sorrento. This is true. This is true. I just want to make all the things now. Make all of the things. So many things. I want to make them all. This is the trouble. I get to the point where I'm like, I don't know what to do next. I want to make everything, so I sit and I just procrastinate on everything because I'm like, oh, but I have 4 projects cut out that need to be made, and yeah, it's definitely going to be the denim waistcoat and the Sorrento. Get those 2 done, and then I think start working on the stuff for the navy project, because that I've got 10 days for, really. Yeah, I've got the video, the navy video is going up on the 18th, but it needs to be approved by Lily Silk because it is a sponsored video. So I have got 10 days to get 1, 2, 3, 4 things done. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 4. I've got 4 projects in 10 days. That's doable. That's totally doable. Totally doable. Totally doable. Yeah, it'll be fine. Oh dear. Oh dear. Procrastination again. I'm just sitting here and I'm like, what do I do? The too many options. Laurel says, I'm very familiar with the phenomenon of dithering about what to make and then making nothing. Yeah. You can literally see it in progress right here. I mean, when I do my fabric hauls and plans videos, I am genuinely excited about all the things that I'm talking about in those videos. And then I'll come back down here and I'll, like, for example, this fabric, the green floral that I got from Lamazi, that has been living rent-free in my brain for a very long time. And I kind of think I know what I want to do with it, which would be another McCall's 7537, which might sound boring to you guys, but I love those dresses. I miss being able to wear those dresses at the moment. And I'm thinking maybe I should just do it and get it done, even though it doesn't fit in with any of the other things I want to do, just so that it's done and out of the way, and then it can stop living rent-free in my brain. But that's also, like, I am genuinely excited about these things. I think it was Erica from Lavender and Twine who said something along the lines of just do the thing, because planning gives you the same endorphin rush as the actual doing. So, like, once you've planned all these things out, it's like, yeah, I want to do those things, and then it's like, and now I want to move on to the next new shiny thing. So yeah. Nimue says, it's definitely doable if you give yourself a head start now. I should listen to my own advice more often. Yeah, I'm not going to start any of the new projects today. And out of the Sorrento and the denim waistcoat is the waistcoat I need for the lookbook. So the Sorrento might take a back seat for that. But the Sorrento jacket will only take me a day to sew. I can do it in a day. It's just going to be the patches that are like a little bit extra time consuming. So yeah. So many things up there that need to be turned into beautiful garments. And the sleeve project's not going to take me that long. That's going to be a day. Yeah, it's doable. It's doable. Kathleen says, I have 34 items in my fall early winter makes pile, and just lay them out and pick a couple to tackle first. Don't even have the winter makes figured out yet. Nice. I mean, like, the majority of this stuff, I do know what I want it to be. Oh, I don't know. I don't know. Laurel says maybe I need to assign a number to each project on my list and then roll the dice to choose. Ah, yeah, cool. I said this to Erica the other day as well. Like, because she had a bunch of stuff that she needed to do and she didn't know what she needed to do first, and it got to the point where it was like, I can't. There's too much. I can't cope. And I was like, well, write it down and list of what you're going to do next, and then the thing that jumps out of you as you, oh, I wish that was on the first of the list, is the one that you want to make. So, yeah. Yeah. Andy says, hello, lovely peeps. Sorry I'm late. That's fine, Andy. Welcome. I enjoyed your blouse video. I've only watched half of it so far, but I left my little heart comments, but I'm going to go back and watch the rest of it later. Bethany says, put a 10-minute timer on. In those 10 minutes, you could sew 2 or 3 seams, and then you can decide whether to carry on or have an afternoon off. Ah, yes. Caroline says, go for the waistcoat, then it's done and ready for the video, and then the Sorrento. Kathleen says, only problem is I don't know where I will wear all the things I plan to make. My wardrobe is unreal. I did film a video of like how to pick your next sewing project, and it was kind of okay, but I got like lost on tangents on points quite a lot. So I need to sit down and write myself some more talking points, because it could be a really good video, I think. And it is something you guys have been asking for. So yeah, I do need to do that at some point. Bethany says, or put your room into cutting configuration for tomorrow. Yeah. I'm wondering if I do just get the projects cut out, that even though I've got 4 projects that still need to be done, I'm wondering if I get those navy projects cut out so I can just sit and sew, because it's going to take me a couple of days to get both of those done. Yeah. That skirt, the Holston skirt project, needs some sacrificial lamb fabric. I'll have to, one of Mum's sheets. Yeah, I might start working on the cutting out process tomorrow, you know. I'm thinking maybe that would be a good idea. Because then once they're all cut out, they can just get sewn up quickly. Yeah, I think that might be a good idea. Andy says, thank you, lovely. I was on the beach this morning with the dogs, and Andrew said, are you going to London again for the meetup? We should go for the weekend. Yes. Nice. Yes, definitely. Yeah, I'm trying to, when is the knitting and stitching show in spring next year? Knitting and stitching show, London dates. So I don't want Harrogate. Come on. Don't want to see pictures. I want to see knitting and stitching show. Knitting and stitching show home. Okay. Oh. There is no spring one. It's 5th to 8th of October 2023, and then 17th to 20th of November 2022. Oh. I would have thought there'd be one in spring. Well, that just makes it much easier to pick a date for the Goldhawk Road meetup. It'll just be when we fancy it. So end of February. Caroline says, I'm trying to find the right pinafore pattern for me for the Renaissance. I have a couple of needle cords to use as muslin fodder. Do you have a shirt dress that you like that you can like take bits off like I did? Historically Fashion says, I'm trying to work up the gumption to start the Black Snail Edwardian women's trousers. I've got the fabric prepped, but I haven't cut them out. Those things scare me. You can do it. Nimue says, I still have quite a few cold weather make 9 plans left. So that's what I'll tackle after gift sewing. Good plans. Rachel Lynn says, have you sewn stretch velvet? The pattern has a facing and I'm wondering if I should make the facing out of cotton jersey. I've done 2 of my Victory Patterns Jackie dresses in stretch velvet, and I used the stretch velvet for the facing as well and interfaced it with stretch interfacing, and it was fine. Debbie says the Stitch Festival, it's the Stitch Festival now. It's at the Business Design Centre in Islington. Oh, okay. Oh, okay, so Stitch Festival. Thank you, Debbie. Stitch Festival. I knew it was in Islington. Stitch Festival 2023. Oh, okay. It's the 23rd to the 26th of March. Right, so what do we think about putting off the Goldhawk Road until around about that time and then doing both at the same time? Because I know Mum wants to go to that show, and I'm hoping Lady McElroy will have me work at the show again if I'm in the vicinity. What do we think? Andy says, perfect. Adele says, the one in spring isn't the knitting and stitching show. Can't think what it's called. Yeah. Caroline says, my birthday is the beginning of March, so end of February sounds fab. Andy says, I bought some of that stretch velvet last time and ended up giving it to Rachel. And Andy says, that sounds amazing. Yeah, what I would like to do in my head as a thing would be to kind of time it so that it's just before the Stitch Festival, so 23rd of March, so the 22nd or 21st of March. And then I want to go to Regent Street the next day because I want to go to the Levi's store to buy some jeans. And I also want to kind of like go and do some trying on of different things. Like I want to go and see some Zimmerman pieces in real life kind of thing. And then Stitch Festival afterwards. And just because it's a lot of money for the trains for Mum and I know Mum won't come to a Goldhawk Road meetup with me if it's there and back in a day. So yeah. How about end of March for the Goldhawk Road meetup? Nimue says, any continental peeps considering a trip to Creativa in Dortmund next March? I'm considering asking my friends about a new try. Last attempt to go got scratched because of the panini. Yes. So this is why I need to win the lottery, because I just go everywhere. I'd have no time at home. I would just go and collect fabric from all around the world and have no time to sew. Andy says yes for like the stitching everything together. That it kind of works out well for me. I'm wondering if we might be able to persuade Rachel to come down for some of it as well. If you're still here, Rachel. Because I know quite a few of you live a little bit closer, so you'd be able to go in and out for the days that you wanted to. Yeah. Rotten Ralph says, apparently I get to say good morning again. I had my headphones on and was listening to the conversation while sleeping. Have we been influencing you to buy fabric in your sleep? And Debbie says, I'd like that. Cool. Okay. Yes. I'm going to, let's see, the 23rd of March. So the 23rd of March is the Thursday. So how about we say the 22nd of March for the Goldhawk Road meetup. Yeah, 22nd of March for the Goldhawk Road meetup. There you go. Set in stone. That's what we're aiming for. What do you think? Nimue says Creative has added bonus of being all crafts, fabric, yarn, and paper. Ooh. Caroline says, yes, me too. Goldhawk Road sounds like a plan from Anna. Awesome. So 22nd of March, Goldhawk Road, Peeps meetup. Put it in your diary. KB, Goldhawk Road, Peeps meet up. And we're going to start at like a sort of 10:30 again and get going at like 11. And we'll finish around about 4. Awesome. It's in the diary. Cool. Yay! Andy says it's in. I will need to check it rotor at work for days off, but it shouldn't be a problem. Awesome. Oh, I'm excited. I'm excited. It will be just over a year since the last time I've been as well. Oh. Oh. Yeah. Yeah, it's going to be good. Bethany says, it's in my Google Calendar, just got to get it off work. Ah, awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Yay. I was saying in the, I think it's in the Patreon One Take Waffle, which is coming out on Wednesday. I was saying that, you know, like, I prefer going midweek because if there's a big group of us, if there's more than 8 of us, then it's going to be, it's nicer when it's quieter, and it is quieter at the weekend, at the weekdays rather than the weekends, because we've done both now. So yeah. Rotten Ralph says, I will be there in spirit, a very specific and not dead haunting of fabrics shopping. Nice. Yuri says, if Ryanair was still flying their old schedule, I could actually go for the Goldhawk road. I'm totally not jealous. Oh, it would be so nice to see you again, Nimaway. And he says, January 2020 was the last time I was there. Oh, wow. Debbie says, all in the calendar, just to book the day off work. Nice. Caroline says, mind you do any close early on a Wednesday? Ooh, not that I know of. I didn't know that that was a thing. I'll have to have a look, because we could always do it on the Tuesday instead. We could always do it on a Tuesday instead. So yes. Oh, exciting. 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 Yay. I'm going to go and get myself some lunch, guys, because it's 1:30 and I'm getting hungry. I still haven't decided what I'm going to do next. I think I'm probably going to come back here and sew the waistcoat. I'm going to go get myself some food and then come back and sew the waistcoat. I think that's the plan. The sun's come out as well. So yeah, the rain has stopped, sun has come out. I think that's a good plan. There was no patch sorting out, but maybe next weekend. Yeah. Oh, Caroline's just booked the week off. Nice. Knitting and stitching show, Goldhawk Road meetup. Yay. It's going to be fun. Right, yeah, so I'm going to go get some lunch. I have filmed a waffle that's going to come out on Tuesday. I'm hoping I'm going to be able to film a waffle that will come out on Thursday, and I'm planning on the 5 pieces from one pattern coming out on Friday, and the sleeve repair coming out on Saturday, and then another hangout on the Sunday. That is the plan. Whether that actually happens or not, we shall see. Fingers crossed this behaves itself. I think we're on the upward turn from how horrible it's been, so it should be good. Yeah. Nimue, Rachel then says bye. Nimue says enjoy your food, have a lovely weekend, everyone. Anna says I'm really looking forward to Tuesday, the 1st. Oh yeah. And Caroline says I'll keep an eye on the shops so I can pay quickly. For the fabric, Caroline, yeah, I've still got to get Nimue's up that I told her about 3 weeks ago now, haven't I? That's something else I need to do, is pack some fabrics up to send out. So yeah, I'll get on with doing that. Oh, right. Okay. Yes. Thank you for hanging out with me. Thank you for indulging my penchant for fabric fondling. It has been a lot of fun. And I will see you all next Sunday for the live hangout. And then fingers crossed for all those videos I mentioned this week. Fingers crossed. We shall see. I shall see you then. Bye.